It's tough, right? I was a brother, a son, a husband, a father,
Yeah.
a CEO,
Yeah.
a chairman of company, pay attention to my career, protect my freedom, my life, and think of new business ideas. That's 10 things. 11, I gotta learn how to protect it. 12, I gotta know what's going on. I'm like, fuck, it was a lot to handle.
Right.
And nobody understood how something was gonna fall short. But then it got to a point in my career where it was like, yo, Walker, like enough is enough, man. You gotta like let go. And I just got to a point where I was like, I can't handle that shit. It's over. I'm tired of living for everybody else.
Right.
And I got tired of seeing my wife just live with this umbrella over her. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Right.
like, yo, be free, my nigga. Like, I love you to die. Like whatever you go through in life, I'm still gonna help. I'm dear. It's nothing like that's my dog.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? One of my best friends. Like, so it get to a point where you're like, damn, yo, you chew too much. I ain't fail at nothing. It was just a lot. I just wanted to help everybody. Like, I just seen a lot of people don't have the kind of drive I had. And I'm not
Right.
trying to hold it over you, but fuck it. I guess God did it for me to do it so
Right.
you can learn from it. And I learned in that process, you pushing people, you can be pushing them to their death. A lot of people can't afford to be pushed.
Right.
They at the edge in their life.
Right.
So I had to learn that as well. A lot of mistakes I made, I didn't want people to walk down certain avenues because I was afraid they wouldn't make it out how I did. So I lied to them like it's something else just so they ain't got to do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just a lot of shit that went on in the middle of it.
It will be noticed that one generally pays the price of anything he possesses or lacks. If he has one thing, he lacks another. The balance is struck. No one can keep his penny and have a bite of cake at the same time. Everything has its pleasant and unpleasant sides. The things one gains are always paid for by the things one loses. The rich possess much that the poor lack, while the poor often possess things that are beyond the reach of the rich. The millionaire may have an inclination toward feasting, and the wealth wherein to secure all the dainties and luxuries of the table, while he lacks the appetite to enjoy the same. He envies the appetite and digestion of the laborer, who lacks the wealth and inclinations of the millionaire, and who gets more pleasure from his plain food than the millionaire could obtain, even if his appetite were not jaded, nor his digestion ruined, for the wants, habits, and inclinations differ. And so it is through life. The law of compensation is ever in operation, striving to balance and counterbalance, and always succeeding in time, even though several lives may be required for the return swing of the pendulum of rhythm.
I could solely agree with that, man. No man truly can have a penny with a piece of cake. Like, I mean, like when it comes to providing the provision and protection, it's like when you love something, it's like you want to hold that shit. You want to, you know what I'm saying, protect it from the world type shit. Like, I mean, but then it's like you take from yourself in so many ways, and it's truly, truly no balance to that, because it's like all these energies is pulling you in all these different directions, just because like you invested in somebody's life and their affairs, economically, like mentally, financially, spiritually, like, you know what I'm saying? And the best thing you can do is truly, truly pull them to the well. And I'm talking from like experience, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you come into people's life, whether it's based on the grounds of family ties, and you break bread with them in the best way you can, like, I mean, to help them on their journey. Like, I mean, so much to the fact that you start rejecting your own self, like, you know what I'm saying? And it's very, very unappreciated, like, you know what I'm saying? And you're trying to do all these things at once, and things suffer in the midst of it. I mean, your family's good economically, but you ain't always around and shit. Like, I mean, like, and like I said, it justifies your own being in a sense, because as men, like, we want to do that shit. Like, we get it's like a dopamine high, like that, man. Like, you know what I'm saying, I'm handling things. Everybody's fed, everybody's good, everybody's wealthy. But then it's like the balance within yourself is just tarnishes. You know what I'm saying? And this world, it make you have a choice. You know what I'm saying? It either could be this way or that way. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of successful men. I know a lot of great, well-off men, and they had to sacrifice these little things to do what they needed to do so everybody could be good. You know what I mean? And it's not an easy task, you know what I mean? It's not an easy task, like, you know what I mean? And you like suffer in silence in your own way. I got a cousin, very, very well off dude, man, very, very well off dude. He passed though. I mean, he was very, very wealthy, but he was unhealthy than a motherfucker. Like, you know what I mean? Had a heart attack. First one, I mean, beat that one. Second one, dropped dead out of nowhere. Fucked me up too. Like, you know what I mean? And it's like, he had this, but he rejected himself in the midst of that to sacrifice that. You understand what I'm saying? And likewise, that's a perfect example of what no man can have a penny with a piece of cake. Likewise, my pops. My pops was a dog, bro. Dog. One of the man, you're talking about motherfucking 1%. That nigga 0.0. Fuck. Telling you. I'm talking about character-wise. I ain't even talking about the money. I'm just talking about the man he is. But nevertheless, though, likewise with him, can't have a penny with a piece of cake. Very, very motherfucking, he's military. I ain't trains him now. But very, very, very well off dude. Well off man. I mean, among the elite, I would say. But he was never truly around like that. Like, I mean, but he made sure we was motherfucking taken care of. For real. Like, I mean, and they say a man pass off the sins to his pups. A father pass off the sins to his pups. And he passed that same off to me, but I wasn't going like that motherfucker. That motherfucker was going for years at a time. Then he pop up at 3 years later. Motherfucking, but yeah, like I'm saying, but he was well off. And as I get older and older, the knowledge he possesses in the position that he in, I see why he is the way he is. He's a very, very lone wolf, but he run with the pride though. I mean, but he's a very lone wolf dude, man. Like, I mean, he's a very, very mysterious dude. You know what I mean? And I see why, now that I see his evolution, I see why he's the way he is. Because growing is a tedious fucking process. And I see why a lot of men don't make it. You know what I mean? Because growing and becoming is a very, very tedious, lonely, gritty process. Like, you know what I mean? And, but back to the statement, no man can have a penny with a piece of cake. That's what he had to do to become who he is, and now it incorporated in his DNA. You know what I mean? The personality that he has, rather. You know what I mean? So, no man can have a penny with a piece of cake, man. If you strengthen the left, you're going to weaken the right. You weaken the right, you're going to strengthen the left. Like, I mean, like, it's just is what it is type shit. You know what I mean? And I think that's why dating be the way it is. Not to make this video about dating, like, but like, I mean, like, the men that women be striving for, he truly doesn't exist. Like, I mean, that's a real thing. Like, he truly doesn't exist, because, like, I mean, you gotta feed that, and if you don't feed that with your thoughts and your actions and your deeds, like, I mean, you will suffer in the midst of that by trying to be so invested in emotionally and attached to somebody in life and walk that form. That's why I say the spiritual walk is truly a lonely walk, man. The best thing you could do is point a motherfucker to the well. Like, I mean, it's point a motherfucker to the well. Like, I mean, because you truly need all of you to become. I mean, even when you become, man, like, I mean, man is an ever evolving being. Like, I'm saying, like, it's another mountain to climb. It's another thing to do. Like, I mean, like, and when you walk in the footsteps of great men, but you making your own print in the process of it, like, I mean, you see what needs to be done. You know what I mean? And it's truly not an easy task to dedicate yourself to lifelong development, personal development. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, like, and really walking in that shit. Like, I mean, really walking in that shit and stepping like that, man. Shit ain't no easy task, G. Telling you, man, I'm doing it right now. Like, fuck, nigga. Like, I mean, like, it's truly not no easy task. Like, and the thing about it, like, you go down this road, and even if you, it's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't, because if you break bread with everybody, it's very unappreciated, and all you're gonna do is enable the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Enable a motherfucker to think they deserve something that they ain't even strive for. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, so you cut ties and you narrow in and you focus on yourself. And I think that's where, like, I mean, a lot of differences come when it comes to relationships. Just in general. Like, I mean, just in general in terms, because you need somebody to truly understand that, to latch onto your world and to keep on moving forward, because it's truly not an easy task. This provision and protection and providing men offer, or whatever the case may be, like, I mean, it's very taxing. It's very taxing. And the average person that come around you ain't gonna understand that shit. I mean, even on a fundamental level, like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, no man can have a penny with a piece of cake, man. It is what it is. I'm out.